Deep in a tranquil monastery nestled amidst snow-capped mountains and ancient trees, lived a community of monks and nuns dedicated to a life of prayer and solitude. For centuries, their Gregorian chants had echoed through the valley, a testament to their unwavering faith and devotion. But today, a deep sorrow hung over the monastery, a profound sadness that threatened to engulf them all. News had arrived, carried by the wind through the mountain pass, of a terrible plague sweeping across the land. It was a sickness unlike any they had seen before, leaving behind a trail of misery and death. Now, as the sun began its slow descent, casting long shadows across the courtyard, the monks and nuns gathered in the candlelit chapel, their faces etched with worry. They knelt in sorrowful prayer, their voices raised in unison as they begged for divine mercy and strength. O God of Abraham, God of Isaac, and God of Jacob, our strength and our Redeemer, you have been our guide throughout our lives. Now we turn to you in our hour of greatest need. Have mercy on us, we implore you. Heal our land, ease our suffering, and grant us hope in this time of despair. Their chants rose and fell, echoing the rhythm of their troubled hearts. Each word was a plea, each note a teardrop offered to the heavens. As the last rays of sunlight faded away, leaving the chapel in near darkness, the figure of Jesus appeared before them, his gentle glow illuminating the sacred space. A hush fell over the assembled faithful. In that moment, their sorrow seemed to take on a physical form, pressing down on them like a heavy shroud. Yet, amidst the suffocating darkness of their despair, a single candle flickered, the flame dancing in the stillness. And from that small, fragile flame, hope began to stir. With tearful eyes fixed on Jesus, the leader of the monks stepped forward, his voice trembling with emotion. O Lord, who has been our strength in our lives, look upon us now in our time of need. Grant us the strength to face the darkness, the courage to confront our fears, and the light of your love to guide us through the shadows. His words were the embodiment of their collective grief, echoing the unspoken fears and sorrows that tugged at their hearts. As he spoke, the figure of Jesus slowly began to walk among the assembled monks and nuns, his presence bringing a sense of calm to their troubled souls. He laid his hands on the sick, blessing them with his divine touch, and the candle flame, as if responding to his every movement, burned brighter, dispelling some of the oppressive gloom that had enveloped the chapel. Each touch from Jesus brought with it a wave of relief, not just for the body, but for the spirit as well. The weight of their worries seemed to lessen, replaced by a burgeoning hope. In his gaze, they saw not judgment or condemnation, but an overwhelming sense of compassion and understanding. And then, as suddenly as he had appeared, Jesus turned and walked toward the altar. As he ascended the steps, the flame of the candle before him burst into a brilliant light, illuminating the entire chapel and banishing the last vestiges of darkness. In that radiant light, the monks and nuns saw not just a symbol of hope, but a promise of eternal light. With newfound strength and determination, they continued their prayers, but now their chants took on a different tone. What once were pleas for mercy were now songs of praise. The sorrowful laments turned into expressions of gratitude, for even in the darkest moments, Jesus was with them, offering solace and guiding them towards the light. As the first rays of dawn peeked through the stained glass windows, bathing the chapel in a warm glow, the chanting reached a crescendo. The monks and nuns, their voices strong and clear, sang of Jesus' mercy and his promise of eternal light. And in that moment, the fear and sorrow that had gripped them the night before seemed a distant memory. They had faced the darkness and emerged with a renewed sense of hope and faith.